So here, I'm going to give you a shorter list of just the basics to start with. Here are the basics, the most pared down list of what you need to do to get some results, to get started as a newbie. So, number 1, find clubs, bars, and malls to go to that are good for approaching. Number 2, go out. Actually go out. Number 3, approach consistently, get over your approach anxiety, bust through it, and build state. Number 4, do a solid direct approach. No meek half-ass approaches. Number 5, work on strong eye contact, squaring up, smiling, and strong, firm, assertive voice. Number 6, be positive and put yourself into a happy mood as you're talking to girls. Number 7, keep talking, keep plowing, flirting, and do not eject from the set early. Keep talking until she blows you out, until she tells you to leave. And finally, always try to end the interaction with an Insta date, a phone number, or bouncing her to some new location. This is a small list. This is a much shorter list. This is what you got to focus on as a newbie to get started. These are the fundamentals. Everything else is like filling in the details, getting a little bit more technical and, perfecting various aspects of that. But this is the core. This is like the 80%. This is rather the 20% that's going to get you the 80% of the results here. Now, of course, as a newbie, you're starting this. One of the biggest questions you're going to have is, Leo, how do I deal with approach anxiety? I'm too scared to approach. Is there a magic pill to get rid of my approach anxiety? Well, there isn't. The only way to get rid of approach anxiety is to approach. You feel the fear and you do it anyways. And you keep doing it all night long until you get 20 approaches or 30 approaches into the night. After about 10 approaches, the approach anxiety should go away as you gain state. It doesn't matter if it's a successful approach or a failed approach, you will still gain state and the approach anxiety will go away. And then the next night, the approach anxiety will be back and you have to do it all over again. And you do this night after night after night after night after night after night after night, hundreds and thousands of times. I've done thousands of approaches, and if I go out tonight, I'm still going to have some approach anxiety the first few girls that I talk to, because I'm not going to be in state. I'm going to be in a logical mood, and it's just going to be there. So the approach anxiety doesn't really go away. You just sort of stop taking it seriously, and you learn to just act despite whatever anxiety you have. This is how it tends to work. There's no magic solution. There's nothing you can do to get rid of your approach anxiety forever. And now you can approach any girl without any hesitation and no fear and no anxiety. No, there's no such thing. You do it despite your fear. It takes a lot of practice. You will get a lot of rejections. And you will have to face the emotional pain of rejection. Now, most of the times the rejections are rather innocent. It's like the girl will just hand wave you away, or she'll just turn her back on you, or she'll just give you sort of a face like this and reject you that way. In the end, these rejections are meaningless. They have no substance to them. They don't really matter. But still, some nights, you might get rejected 10 times in a row, and you might feel like you have a shitty night. And there's going to be a sort of a self-doubt there, an emotional pain. Maybe you're going to start to get in your head about how you're not attractive, you're too bald, you're too fat, you're too short or whatever. And you think that that's why these girls are rejecting you. But you have to remember that some nights are just going to be bad nights and some nights are going to be good nights. And you should expect that about 1/3 of girls will hate you if you're doing this right. 1/3 of girls will be neutral to you and just kind of be friendly. And then 1/3 of girls will love you. Roughly, that's how it's going to break down. Now, why will 1/3 of girls hate you? Well, because you're bringing out, if you're doing this correctly, you're bringing out your authentic personality. And your authentic personality, it's coming out strong and clear and sharp. And your authentic personality is not for every girl. About 1/3 of girls will just not find your type of personality very appealing. They won't like your energy, they won't like your mood, they won't like your sense of humor, whatever. Fine. That's fine. That's good. You don't want 100% of girls to love you. You also don't want 100% of girls to be friendly to you, because that means you're not being sharp enough with the delivery of your personality, and also you're not being sexual and intentful enough.